Join me as I take on the challenge of permanently overcoming self-doubt and unlocking my true potential using this life-changing practice. Self-doubt. It's like that nagging voice in our head that makes us question our abilities, second-guess our decisions, and often holds us back from achieving our dreams. Think of it as a filter that distorts our perception of our own potential, making mountains out of molehills and magnifying any perceived weakness. It's a universal human experience that can be incredibly debilitating if it's left unchecked. Overcoming self-doubt is essential to unlocking our full potential and living a life that's authentic and fulfilling. Just as a gardener here in my hometown diligently weeds their garden to allow flowers to bloom, we must learn to address self-doubt and cultivate our inner strengths and finally be able to access those untapped reserves of our own true potential. Many of us struggle with self-doubt on a daily basis. In fact, studies show that around 70% of all people experience imposter syndrome, a powerful form of self-doubt at some point in their lives. And it's the fear of failure that stops us from taking risks. Consider Sarah, an aspiring entrepreneur with a brilliant idea for a sustainable goods shop. She spends months perfecting her plan, but the fear of financial loss keeps her from ever applying for a loan. The plan just sits on her hard drive. Another dream deferred. It's negative self-talk that erodes our confidence. And I've been there too. Stuck in a cycle of self-doubt, feeling like I'm not good enough and struggling to make progress toward my goals. And it's the missed opportunities that leave us wondering what could have been. It's a heavy burden to carry, and it's one that I want to help you overcome. The key is to learn how to manage it, how to overcome it, and how to use it as a catalyst for growth. So how do we overcome self-doubt? Well, for starters, we need to be more mindful of our thoughts and our emotions. Mindfulness practices like simply breathing exercises, they act as an anchor in the storm of our anxious thoughts. This creates space between you and your inner critic, allowing you to learn how to recognize when self-doubt is creeping in and how to gently push it aside. We also need to focus on building our self-awareness and self-compassion. By doing so, we can begin to rewire our brains and replace negative self-talk with positive affirmations. One powerful story is to focus on setting achievable goals, breaking them down into smaller, more measurable steps, and celebrating our successes along the way. Don't just aim for write a novel. Start with write one page today. And by doing so, we can build momentum and develop a sense of purpose and prove that our self-doubt was wrong because now I have concrete evidence of my capability. But when you set these big pie-in-the-sky dreams and you don't break them down, it can be very easy to lose that motivation. The practice I want to share with you today is the one that has been a game changer for me. It's incredibly simple yet profoundly powerful. It's called the 3 R's: recognize, reframe, and rewire. First, recognize the feeling when it arises. Become aware of the physical sensations, a tight chest, a churning stomach, and that specific negative thought that keeps circling around in your head. And when you hear or feel that self-doubt creeping in, you simply acknowledge its presence without judgment. Oh, there's that feeling of self-doubt again. Second, reframe it in a positive light. Challenge its validity. By changing the way we think about ourselves and our abilities, we can begin to shift our mindset. Instead of I'm going to fail, you can reframe it as I'm feeling nervous because this is important to me. But I'm well prepared, I will do my best, and that's enough. Finally, rewire your brain with this new, empowering thought. Consciously and immediately replace the negative thought with your positive reframe. The more you do this, the more you carve a new, confident pathway in your brain. And by doing so, you begin to permanently overcome self-doubt and unlock your true potential. So in closing today, I just want you to remember, overcoming self-doubt is a journey that requires patience, persistence, and self-compassion. And with the right strategies like the 3 R's, you can begin to make real progress. Remember, you are capable of achieving great things. I encourage you to share your own experiences with self-doubt in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about personal development, be sure to check out my next video on building resilience and confidence. See you next time.